Hi, my name is Thais Gibson, and I'm the co owner and creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a key hidden ingredient that we often miss or overlook when it comes to rebuilding trust in our relationships. So, when you look at trust breakdowns in relationships, it can be quite common for us as individuals to go through these different trust breakdowns. And this can be because somebody's incongruent, because trust is largely based on congruency. So somebody says they'll do something and they never follow through, they break promises, whatever it might be. That can sort of break down trust in that specific area where there is a lack of congruency. Trust can also be broken if we feel like somebody's not considering us, if we feel like our loved one is not taking us into consideration when they make decisions. So maybe they, commit to doing things on the weekend and forget that, somebody has to stay home and take care of the kids and they don't think to invite you or include you or tell you so you can go together and have a babysitter come, whatever it might be. When there's a lack of consideration, it also breaks down and erodes our relationship to trust with others. But the hidden ingredient, well, there's another big component to trust too, which is all about reprogramming our internal trust baseline. Sometimes we can bring our own stuff into new relationships from our past relationship experiences. An example of this could be I may believe that everybody is going to cheat, or I may believe that everybody is going to, lie or abandon or whatever it might be. And that may not be because my new relationship is doing that, but because those have been my historical past experiences and I'm reprojecting them out because they've been imprinted on my own subconscious mind and they become part of the lens I see and interact with the world through. And that's a huge part, by the way, of repairing trust is repairing our internal trust baseline. If we struggle there, that's a really common thing for fearful avoidance. For anxious preoccupied, you trust that you lack trust that somebody won't abandon you or leave, right? And dismissive avoidance, you lack trust that it's safe to be vulnerable around people. So each attachment style has trust they can do the work on repairing, by the way. And if you want to do that, we have an amazing course on this. It's one of my favorite courses in the school. It's called Overcoming Jealousy and Repairing Broken Trust. And it's all about this stuff in a tremendous amount of detail, how to reprogram your internal trust baseline, how to, rebuild trust if there's been a major trust violation or a minor trust violation in somebody externally in your relationships, the action steps you have to take, the ways you have to communicate. And these are parts of rebuilding trust too. Like, can we communicate differently? Can we understand the root causes? Can we address the underlying needs? All of this stuff is its own topic. But the hidden ingredient, the thing that we often overlook when it comes to repairing trust, is the trust we have in the relationship to ourselves. And there is a massive correlation between us as individuals not feeling like we can trust other people in our life and us as individuals not trusting ourselves or actively breaking our own trust when it comes to the way we communicate to other people. So, for example, let's say I always feel taken advantage of by other people in my life. Well, I bet if I look, because this is what I often see with clients and many individuals, um, if I look and I go, okay, well, where am I taking advantage of myself to please others? Where am I breaking my own trust? Oh, I don't stand up for my boundaries. I don't put my needs equally there on the totem pole. They're always coming last. So I don't trust myself to stand up for myself, my needs, my desires, my boundaries. And if we, this very specific things we feel that are being broken in the trust relationships outside of us are very much often a representation of things within us that we need to repair trust with as well, because sometimes we don't realize those things are sometimes one and the same. So, again, going back to that idea, like, oh, everybody's trying to take advantage of me and that lack of trust there, that often goes hand in hand with us not setting our boundaries. And so people don't even realize they're taking advantage of us because they don't know that we have a boundary around something that's being violated because we're not communicating. And so there's this broken trust in the relationship to self first that also must be addressed when it comes to healing relationships to others. And another part of that as well is learning to have congruency in the relationship to ourselves, learning to, when we say we're going to do something, being able to follow through in that area in our own relationship. If we say, we're going to treat ourselves with more care and consideration. If we then start beating ourselves up in our internal dialogue, that's a breach of trust in the relationship to self. So we want to set like expectations for ourselves that we know are achievable, because congruency in relationship to self is also a big part of repairing trust. So those are the hidden ingredients, the trust in the relationship to yourself. And a cool little exercise is you can look at what triggers me the most about trust being violated with others. Like, what am I most afraid of? And where am I doing that in the relationship to myself? Okay, so maybe I don't trust other people to be honest. Okay, where am I not being honest with myself about stuff? Maybe there's people in my life who are unhealthy for me and I'm not being honest about it. Maybe there's work I have to do, and some things I have to address, and I keep avoiding it and being in denial and not being honest about it. So we really want to look and see. It may not be in the exact same form. Like, somebody may be dishonest and lying through their words, and we maybe lying to ourselves through our avoidance and our actions. But we want to really use that as an opportunity to do sort of a 360 look at where we might have broken trust in the relationship to self. And as we do that work and we come to repair those things, we also feel safer going through the world. And if somebody breaks our trust, if we trust ourselves, we're also able to say, you know what, that's not appropriate. That's not healthy. And to be able to take space and take a step back and create different patterns of behavior that are no longer refeeding the cycle of broken trust in our lives. So hopefully this makes a lot of sense. If you want to do a deep dive into this, again, you have a free money back guarantee. There's no cost to leave, anything like that, because we just have really great experiences for people inside of the school. And the overcoming jealousy and repairing broken trust is a really intensive course all about this topic specifically. So you can check that out. I'll put a link in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.